What's up, guys? So today we are playing our first tournament in Las Vegas. We are now in the beautiful Wynn casino, and today it's gonna be $1,100 multi-day entrance, very big tournament. Let's go. First buying. Let's go. What's up, guys? So first, this video was in Russian, but I'm gonna translate it a little bit for you. I started to record after the first break. It's going pretty well. I already chip up a little bit. The field is great. The casino is super well. I love Wynn. Really enjoyed to be here. Good luck. So the first hand we had, I messed up a little bit with the chip. The blinds just increased and I throw 2k and it meant like call, but I wanted to raise, so I made the call and the guy on the big blind shoved his 11 bigs. You know, when it's not going as you expected from the beginning, sometimes it's better to let it go, but I didn't listen the feeling and I decided still to call because, you know, now after limp it's much cheaper just to get out of this hand, but I decided to call it off and the guy had ace queen, but I was running hot in this tournament. I realized that in that moment, so I flopped a straight. Next hand, our opponent raised from early position. I called on middle position with sixes and the big blind also in. The razor bets really small. It's easy call with sixes. The big blind folds. Turn is 9. He checked to me. We can check back. We can bet. I decided to bet in the game. I thought it's not gonna be a lot of check raising going on here, so I bet small. He thought about it a little bit and called. River is a 7. Yeah, not really good card. We check and I lost to 10-7. Just funny hand. Okay, next hand we have pocket fives. I called against the raise from middle position. The hijack call as well, and the big blind also in the mix. So it's 4-way pot. It's actually 5-way pot. A small blind also in, and I flopped the set. Dream scenario, especially when the hijack bets into this multi-way pot. I just called, of course, and the big blind and the small blind also called. Fuck. It looks pretty amazing. I was so thrilled about this hand that I think I made a mistake on the turn. When everybody checked to me, I felt like I want to bet, but I don't want to bet too big, so I bet half pot, which is reasonable. But the thing is, I didn't notice that the guy on the big blind had only 24k left, and when I bet 17,000, it looks really strong because I'm already all in against big blind and probably the hijack, who has also the shorter stack, and the small blind with the big stack was really considering about all these things and felt like he made a hero fold. And when he made a hero fold, everybody just folded. It was so bad for my hand. I think I should bet just like 9k, 10k, 11k everything, but not 17.5 because it looked really, really strong.
Okay, you're gonna be the button when y'all come back.
Thank you. So next hand is tricky. I have pocket tens on the middle position. So the chip leader raised under the gun, and another guy on my right, he just shoved. He shoved like 10 bigs. Of course, with pocket tens, I really want to call him, but I'm kind of worried about the early position guy. And I don't really want to shove and got knockout in this hand. So I decided to call, and if the early position guy shoved, it would be really tough, but I probably fold. But thanks God he just folded, and we go in against ace queen, and we flop the set, and we running hot, and we chipping up. Everything is perfect. Right after that, I have ace king suited, and I just shoved against free bet from the big blind. The guy has pocket tens. This is gonna be really important flip. Looks like it's going really well. I have top pair, not flush draw, and the river is flush. I think I have more. So got huge double up. And right after that, I'm on the big blind, 9-10 off. I'm just like defending against the middle position. It was pretty aggressive guy. As I remembered, he played really weird hand. So 10-8-6, I decided to lead it out because I have all the straights and two pairs, and he has probably no. I bet small, and he raised. He raised. It's already interesting. The guy, as I saw, he could be a little bit on the active side. I wouldn't say he's splashy, but I saw him playing interesting lines. And in this point, I thought he could have some bluffs for sure. I have a really strong hand. I don't want to start bluffing and re-raising against him. I'm just gonna call. So I called. The turn is deuce, brick. I checked, and he bet a little bit over the half pot. What can I say? It's still pretty easy call. I have gut shot, I have top pair, and yeah, the guy could be bluffing still. So pretty easy call now. But he bet like half pot. It was not big considering the amount of the money in the pot, but it was quite big considering how much he has behind, because behind he had only 66k left, and it was less than half of the pot. And when the river came, another brick, deuce, I checked, and he shoved. The situation didn't feel really well, because it doesn't look bluffy. It feels like really value heavy. But I decided to trust my feelings and go for it, because I felt like this type of guy could be bluffing this spot. He can find the bluff like queen jack or queen 9, I don't know, maybe even, I don't know, some kind of ace 7 or ace 9. There are bluffs in this spot, so I decided to make a call, and he showed 5-6, which is great. We won 2 huge hands in a row, and now have plenty of chips. Tight guy from the button raised with the 20 bigs. I just shoved ace deuce suited. He called with the pocket kings. The flop came 8-7-4, but the turn was an ace. So running hot, guys, running hot. The dealer Danny was the best one. It was a push of dealers, and I decided to say him big
What's
stains.
his name? Daniel?
No idea.
Daniel.
Danny.
Daniel. You are the best. Thank you.
You lucky as hell.
One time, yeah.
You know, hella times, not one time, hella times.
Isn't that why we're playing?
Of course, you never know when it's gonna be your day.
Right.
So they're breaking our table. It was pretty good run. I won 350 plus 75 yellows plus 200 5k, so it's total 625. The average was 200 at that moment. I am on the new table and it feels like I'm continuing my hot run. The guy on the right just shoved 18 bigs from under the gun and I have ace king right behind him. It's actually really close to the money, like maybe 5 people need to bust, and I felt like he has the same hand. So yeah, I just decided to call. I cannot fold ace king against 18 bigs shove, but it was really surprising for me that the guy in the end had ace queen.
Feels like we have same. Ah, no, I have ace king.
I don't know what was that, but yeah, I'm just ahead. The flop ace 10 8, the turn 5 and the river 5, and yeah, I bust him. So it's almost direct bubble. I'm opening pretty wide, but in this time I have king jack off. The guy on the big blind, he has like 350 stack, which is not bad. He called. The flop came ace 3 5. I decided to start with a bigger size. He called pretty fast. On the 4th turn I just gave up. There is nothing I can do, but the river jack and the big blind bets 35k, which is like around 40%. I didn't feel I can raise, but you know, I just called and he had ace 5 off. I'm not sure what he was doing. So that was the moment that we got into the money. I was enjoying the way. It was really amazing to chip up on the bubble. I had like 3 average at this moment. The day 1 we played until that moment, so 11% of the fill, and when the bubble burns we pack our chips into the day 2. It was an amazing day. Thank you guys to stay with me, and see you on day 2.
Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 15, 20, 26. Can I get it back? Get it in? I'm actually, guys, here at Wynn preparing the new video for you, and if you like it, please smash this like button, subscribe to the channel. It's really important, especially on the first step, developing the English speaking channel. I really need your support and I would be very appreciative for that. Thank you guys and enjoy the show.
That's me running for day 2 already. I didn't have much time to sleep because we finished around 2 a.m. I came back around 3. I did some vlogging stuff, so I slept only around 6 hours, but it was okay. I felt really good and I pretty thrilled about this casino, which I love. The Wynn is the best place to play. I have this good expectations, and yeah, let's rock it, guys. Good luck.
supervisor has opened up a man do not take the chips out.
Sir? I'm from Russia. Yeah, from Russia with love.
This is my new table. Looks pretty good. I arrived on time. Everything is amazing. Guys, let's win this tournament. It also starts good. I raised with ace king, got shoved by the shortest stack, and I called, and we won a flip against pocket tens again. So it was 3,737 players. At this moment, it's only 366 left. The first place, it's around 500,000, and the minimum payout is around 2.5k. As you see, the casino looks amazing. You just enjoy to play in here. That is the moment when I have a stack more than a million. Okay guys, let's play some hands. I have ace-9 suited on the middle position. I raise the big blind call. The flop is ace-king free. He is a shorter stack, so I bet one big. He shoved. I offer call.
So Deeprun
5-6 of diamonds. The turn is 7, so now
It's interesting.
got shot at the flat draw. But
Nice answer.
6.
Thank you, mate.
One point to go. Soon I have aces, pocket aces, guys. I raised middle position, small blind call and the big blind call. Both had like 15 bigs stack. King queen free board. I bet small, and the small blind just shoved. I decided to call, of course, and he had king queen suited. And let's see what is the turn. Is a 6, which is not good, and the river is a 9, and we're losing quite a big pot. Next, I have king queen suited, middle position. The guy on my right from early, he raised. I decided to just call. The big blind also called. The flop came jack 6 7, 2 clubs, which is not bad, but the razor bets into the 2 people. I just call in. The big blind decided to fold. The turn is 5. Maybe is more my card than his. He bets again. I call, and the river is a king. I'm pretty often having a best hand here, so when he checked, I'm thinking how much to bet, and I decided to not bet really big, just a little bit over half pot, but he just quickly folded. Next hand soon against the same opponent. I'm on a big blind with the queen 8 off. He raised from the small blind, a little bit over 3x. I called. The flop came ace 8 free. He bet small, easy call. Turn bing 8. He checked. I bet half pot. He quickly called. In this moment I realized this guy has an ace. But the river comes another ace. Thanks God he checked. I checked back and lost to ace king. They're breaking our table again. Now we go into the table 49, C2. I like it. Actually today a lot of moving between the tables, which is normally you don't want to do, but in the end it's actually what's happening. These 2 levels was not really good, and I lost pretty substantial amount of my stack, but we still have more than average. It's 186 players left, and yeah, we're still in the game, so let's just go for it. Guys, let's go. The first hand on the new table is queen jack off. We call from the big blind against the middle position opener. The flop came jack high with a few straight draw possibilities. I check call his 40% bet. Turn is amazing card, queen. He bets again around half pot. There is no merit to check raising, so I just call, keeping all his bluffs in and expecting him to continue on a lot of rivers. And the river came. The beautiful card is a jack. He actually could have some jacks like ace jack and king jack maybe. He also has a lot of bluffs like ace king and king 10, but unfortunately he just checked it back. Right after that I found 10-7 suited on the small blind and I free bet the opener from the cutoff and it worked. It actually happened again and they moved me to a different table. I think today is already fourth table, and this one doesn't look so well. There are a few American regs which I know, and yeah, people seemed like understanding the game. It's perfectly normal in this stage of the tournament, but still, of course, when you often play in the softer tables, you want to continue playing them, right? So here I opened ace-7 suited on the middle position and the guy just shoved around 10 bigs from the small blind. I asked the dealer to have exact count of his stack because of course you don't really want to call ace-7 suited on the middle position against the free bet shove, but I could definitely be ahead and it was the case. The guy had king queen off and he cashed his queen on the flop and we didn't improve by the river and lost substantial amount on the stack. I had playable hand again, ace-6 suited, and I raised under the gun, and again I got the 3-bet shove from the button. Couldn't do anything, just fold. Next hand I defend a big blind with ace-9 off against the early position, which is not really like the spot you wanna be in, but we still wanna play that. The flop came ace, queen, 10, all clubs. We check, which is good, but the turn came queen of diamond. I check and he bet quite big. Of course I wasn't going to fold after I checked it twice, but when he bet so huge on the turn with my stack and with the game stage, I couldn't really find the call, so I just decided to let it go right now. My next try was ace-10 suited on the middle position. This is quite strong hand, and with the 14 bigs, I decided to min raise it. The big blind call, the guy with the big stack. The flop came king 6-4 with my backdoor. It's not so bad. I decided to bet small. He called. Turn 7. I cannot bet this again, so I just have to check it back. And the river came one of the worst. 4 straight card, free, and also the flush draw from the flop got there. I couldn't do anything with my hand, just fold again, and that's how I lost most of my chips. And that's actually how it's working. You run pretty well, and then at some moment you just stop doing that and you run pretty bad. That's what's happening here. Kenny Halvard raised from middle position. He was playing tight and he had around 20 bigs. I'm on the big blind with the ace-8 off, around 11.5 bigs. In the game, I thought it's really easy shove, and I did it and I shoved. Now I'm thinking that there are options, and maybe the better option is to call. But in game, I thought I'm always ahead of his range, and I shoved, and he had pocket jacks, and the flop came jack high, so I barely had any outs. That's how my tournament life ended. Maybe this bad run on this table kind of influenced my decision, and I was choosing the bad one. I don't know, but this is the one situation that I could probably play differently. Anyway, we finished on the 110th place and got $6,690. It's not bad, the start of the series. I'm saying everyone goodbye and see them next time.
Thank you very much, guys, for watching. It was a little bit unfortunate at the end, but still, I'm happy with the result. The whole series is in ahead, and we're gonna rock it. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.